Hey guys, so I have my August favourites to share with you. This is usually the point where people go on about how quickly the month went and can't believe how far through the year it is already, and I'm the complete opposite. August just kept going on for me. Basically, like, not that I'm complaining, I mean it's nice that I have this time, but since I went on maternity leave, wow, time passes so slow. Like really slow, like crazy. So yeah, August went on for such a long time for me, and I did get quite a lot done in August, and I had a lot of fun and went and saw people and went out and about and took Luna places, and not that she's really compass mentis enough to, you know, take it in, but you know, it's the thought that counts, getting her out and getting the fresh air and everything, and she's getting on fine. I'll just do a quick update on her for you guys who wanted to know. She's doing really well. She's had her first round of immunisations. She's getting her second round this week. So I will probably be off the radar for a couple of days because, you know, if it's anything like last time, I'm gonna do nothing but coddle her for 48 hours. Literally, like, the second you put her down or stop rocking her chair, unless she was asleep, she screamed. I don't know if that's adorable, but it took a couple of days for her to settle down, and after that she was fine. She never had a fever or anything, she just was very unhappy, which is understandable. But she's coming along really, really well. She is 13 weeks this week, and yeah, just chugging along, being a podger, snoozing, being a lazy little cute thing. But yeah, anyways, so on to the favourites. I have quite a few favourites to share with you, mostly blush, because I bought a lot of blush last month, so I played a lot with it. If you haven't seen my haul video, I will link both parts in the info box for you to go check out. And yeah, so I'll start off with the face yes, I'll start off with the face products. First of all is my bronzer, and a few of you have commented on how much you've liked my contour and my bronzing. It's this thing, this cheap ass thing right here. This is from Natural Collection. It's in the shade Sunshine. It's what I have on as a contour and bronzing at the moment. I just apply it with the big old Morphe M402, and this just applies it and buffs it out and blends it beautifully. And this is a sort of, it's almost like a pink undertone bronzer. This is, just swatch it. It's so super cheap. This thing is like maybe $1.99, $2.99. It's super cheap. All Natural Collection products are really inexpensive. I think the most expensive piece is maybe $3.99, and they're almost always on offer, like 3 for a $5, or buy one get one free, buy one get one half off. So yeah, for this being as cheap as it is, I'm super freaking happy with how amazing it is. And I picked it up one day and just started using it, and I'm going to be featuring it in a future use it up project that'll be coming. The intro will be coming this weekend. It's the Finish 6 by Christmas challenge. I know it's really early in the year to be posting that video, but if I'm using the products anyway, I might as well get the video out there, and that way you can watch all the progress happen. Another face sort of powder product I've been actually enjoying is the Ben Nye Super White. I bought this back in May along with 2 other kind of Ben Nye powders. You have to be really careful with this. You can apply way too much way too quickly, and I wouldn't recommend it for baking unless you are really skilled with it. It's not like using a regular translucent powder. This stuff can just clump up really bad, and if you do apply too much, you do end up with like little pockets of where it's really super powdery, especially under your eyes. And again, if you do apply too much, you end up white. It's not just brightened, it's not just highlighted, it's freaking white. So if you are as pale as a porcelain doll, knock yourself out, cake yourself in it is probably the best thing for you. But if you do have any colour in your skin, and that's me saying colour in your skin, and I'm pretty pale, go easy with it. I do have to try the other two powders, the Rose Petal and I forgot what the other one's called. There. I still have to try these two, the Pretty Pink and the Rose Petal, which kind of makes me worried that if you apply too much of this, you're just going to be pink under your eyes. But we'll try it and see. But I have been loving this just applied with a big fluffy powder brush, just to set everything, and it just is really nice for a light setting without using a powder with colour. So yeah, been enjoying that. Lastly, for face products, we have the blushes. 4 blushes to share with you. First of all is Brune Roche from Lancome, which I'm pretty sure I put in my last favourites video also. It's just, oh, it's just that perfect sort of warm blush tone. Here's a quick swatch of it there. It's really warming, it's really sculpting. At the moment I have on Rose Sable. I'm trying this one out for the first time. I actually kind of like it. It is a little bit pink for this look, but I do like it. But yeah, that's Rose Sable. But I have been using Brune Roche a lot, so I've been using it so much that I'm starting to wear down the little flower imprint. Next is Brown Millie from Dior. This goes on a lot more warm toned than it looks. Like compared to Brune Roche, it is quite cool toned. But on the skin, depending on how you wear it, you could pull it more warm or you could pull it more cool. This is a really nice, like, deep sculpting blush. It kind of reminds me of Raisin from NYX. One second. Here we go. Raisin from NYX. Brown Millie. As you can see, Raisin is probably darker. I will do a quick swatch. Oh yeah, Raisin is a lot darker. It's a good 2 shades darker. And it's also a lot more pigmented, and the quality of the powder in this, it was never the greatest. I mean, NYX blushes, they're gorgeous. You've great colour range, but the quality of the powder is a bit chunky, it is a bit powdery and can be difficult to blend, especially with darker shades. But this colour generally is discontinued anyways, so, you know, it's not like I was going to repurchase it. But now that I have Brown Millie, oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy. Because Raisin used to be like my go-to in winter. Like, it was all I would wear. And this is a lot more, it's a smoother, like, as you can see, it's like, it's a sheer finish. The powder is a lot more finely milled, so it's like, it's nice. I'd rather build up a blush than have to buff out a blush, you know? I'd rather work up to what I want rather than just be forced to have to deal with this blotchy, powdery mess. So, yeah, Brown Millie for the win. Next we have a Revolution matte blush in Nude. I actually can't remember when I bought these. I will have to go back and look, but it's only just been recently that I've actually started using them. Since I finished up Nude Mauve from Max Factor, I've been diving into blushes left, right and centre. This is Nude. For a blush this cheap, I believe these are around £5, maybe £6 a pop. They're really inexpensive, especially for the amount you get. You get 8.9 grams. This is a very nice pigmented but softly milled powder. Again, you do have to be a little bit careful with this. Like say it is pigmented, so just tap your brush in and build up lightly. But yeah, nude is a gorgeous, gorgeous color, particularly in summer, probably more into the autumn months. I probably wouldn't wear this so much in the winter because it might be a bit too warm for that kind of season, but it again is really sculpting and it's beautiful and I love it. So yes. Lastly, for blush, I have a sleek blush. This is in suede. I bought this and wore it for a week straight. Like, I'd actually been lusting after this specific blush for about 3 years. So I'm kind of glad that I have it. This is quite a sheer blush. I had to build it up for you to see the color there. It's like it's a peach. Every picture I'd seen of it showed it a lot more brown, a lot more like Brun Roche, to be honest. But I like the peachiness. It's very brightening. It's not so sculpting as the other ones, but it's perfect to pair with the other ones. Like pairing this with Brun Roche, amazing. It's beautiful. Or just adding a little bit more of sunshine and then putting this on, amazing. So those have been my blush loves for the month. I'm like a blush addict, people. Blush addict. For eye products, I do only have one product, and that is the Master Ink from Maybelline. And yes, this was in last month's favourites, but I've actually been wearing it as proper winged eyeliner. I've been watching a lot of Instagram baddie tutorials. I'm getting a lot more up on the current lingo. I've been out of the loop for way too long, guys, just way too long. Like a year of not making videos consistently and you don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, to quote a girl from my work, this makes eyeliner so sharp you could cut a bitch. So yes, I would totally recommend it for winged eyeliner. This eyeliner, my hand slipped, so it's not so awesome. This, however, I am proud of this. This is what we're going for here. So I've been doing a lot of sharp wing eyeliner, trying to channel my inner Instagram chick. I think I'm a bit too old to be doing stuff like that, so it's a bit more of a demure version, but I'm liking it. So liquid liner is coming back for me. Lastly is lip products. I had to pare it down because I've been going gaga for lip products. At the moment I have on Dior's Greige. I've integrated this into a project, the Finish 5 by Fall. I'd swap certain products around and this is one of the replacements I picked, and this is Greige. So I have on, as I said. I love this, but I have dupes of it. I will try and do a blog post on it. There are a few L'Oreal lipsticks that are very, very similar to this, so I will try and do a blog post on that before I finish the lipstick. I've also been really enjoying Erotique from L'Oreal. Again, with the whole Instagram baddie thing, it's all about that matte lip. And this is a matte finish from L'Oreal, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous rose. It looks very striking here, but on your lips it does look a lot more nude. And especially when you pair this with a brown liner, oh, it's something glamorous. Something very glamorous. And lastly, for the lipsticks is a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Tell Laura. I've just enjoyed wearing this as like a bright pop. It's a very, it's looking a little fluorescent in the camera at the moment, but it's a very nice bright orangey red, and I love orangey reds. I could wear orangey reds all the time. Maybe not in the winter, but during the summer orangey reds are what I tend to be drawn to. And that's it there, and it's like It's a soft matte, like a velvet finish, so it's not too drying looking on the lips, and it doesn't feel too drying either. Next we have lip liner products that I have been just adoring. 4 of them actually. I've been wearing these with every nude imaginable. First of all, we have the matte lip colour from Elf in Nearly Nude. This is so hard to do with your left hand. But yeah, there is Nearly Nude, and I tend to use this as a base all over the lips. Same with Ballerina from Primark. I tend to use this as a base. It's very similar to Nearly Nude, it's just kind of like a darker version. It's kind of like if Nearly Nude and Natural had a baby, this is what it would come out as. And that's what I have on underneath Greige, is Ballerina. And then I will pair it with one of these lip liners. First of all is Nougat Crisp from Gosh. So there's a swatch of it by itself and a swatch of it next to the other lip crayons. And then we have Max Factor's Brown and Nude. Again, there's a swatch of it by itself and one with it by the products. As you can see, they're very similar kind of colorings, but they both go really well with both these colors. I know it seems a bit scary because it's a little bit of a huge color contrast, but I just use it on the outer edges. It sort of cheat the lip line a little bit and plumps it up, and it gives so much amazing dimension, and then you put lipstick over it, blends it all together, and you get something like this. I mean, I'm not saying it's like Angelina Jolie lips, but you know, it's kind of pouty. It's got more dimension to it than just putting on the lipstick, and it helps change the colour a little bit, which, you know, gives you some variety so you don't get bored. I get bored, everyone gets bored. So that is it for makeup. For body beauty, I have 2 products I want to talk about. First of all is Palmer's Stretch Mark Massage Lotion. Obviously, having a baby produces stretch marks. I have them all up the inside of my thighs and across the front of my belly. And as I'm progressively losing weight, I am using body oil, and I'm also using this guy. This is what I used a lot for my stretch marks before. As I've mentioned, I have had fluctuating weight my entire life, so I have more stretch marks than the average woman probably does. But this keeps them faded, and it keeps the skin really moisturized, and it's actually helped diminish the stretch marks a little bit over time. So I would totally recommend this. It is a really thick lotion. It kind of almost reminds me of body butter from the Body Shop. It's really thick, but yeah, I've been loving this guy again. And a skincare piece is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Overnight Hydrating Mask. I do use it as an overnight mask, and it makes your skin feel so wonderful in the morning. So wonderful. Again, it's kind of like the Ultra Facial Cream. It doesn't smell of anything. Oh, I just got my nose. Oh. It's just this sort of clear jelly stuff. It's a bit like the vitamin E facial mask that you get from like the Body Shop or Superdrug. Very similar to that, except it doesn't smell like vitamin E. And you just need a little bit, and you just kind of use it in place of a night cream a couple of times a week, and it just, it's a little bit sticky, and I was worried about it getting all over my pillow and waking up with fluff all over my face and stuff, but that doesn't happen, I promise. But it just leaves your skin feeling really plump and hydrated, and your makeup goes on so well the next day. I would recommend it. It is a bit pricey, so you might want a cheaper alternative like the Body Shop one, which is only £10. I think this one is around 24, but you do get a ton of product in here. You get 125 mils, whereas in, no, actually the Body Shop one probably would be better value. But the Body Shop one, you get 100 mils for £10. This one's 125 mils for, I think it's like 24. But I have had better results with this one than I have with the Body Shop one. The Body Shop one, I have had issues with like fluff and stuff sticking to my face. It is quite sticky. But if you're on a budget, I would recommend the Body Shop one or the Superdrug one. If you can afford to splash out this guy, probably. But yeah, you don't need to use a lot of it, and because you only use it a couple of times a week, it lasts such a long time. It's amazing. In my last favourites video, I mentioned my favourite book of the month, and you guys seem to like that. So I'm going to do it again. My favourite book of the past month was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. And it features a girl who has gone away for the first couple of weeks of summer and come back and found her friend is gone, and her and her friend are super close. They tell each other everything, they call each other all the time. They're the first people that they talk to in the morning, they spend time over at each other's house, everything. But she comes back and her friend is gone. I really should have looked up what the friend's called first, but the girl's called Emily. So Emily spends about a week or so pining the loss of her friend. It's like grieving, I can't remember the phrase, they used it in Pretty Little Liars, when you're grieving a loss when there isn't a death. So she tends to go over to the house, like run around the house. She makes sure her running path, journeyness goes by this girl's house to see if she comes back. And then a letter appears with a list of tasks for her to complete during the summer, because her friend wants Emily to come more out of her shell and find herself as a person. And when she does this, she has to push herself. She has a bit of social anxiety, so she has to push herself and rediscover other people. Like whenever they see her, they are like, oh, you're so-and-so's friend, not you're Emily. And she has to redefine herself as a person, find her own identity, and step out of the missing friend's shadow. And she goes on a journey of making new friends, creating new drama, finding romance, and it's such a sweet, cute story. It is just it's a young adult contemporary, so you're not looking at anything groundbreaking. It is quite a little bit predictable, but it's written in a way that you don't care. Sorry, my memory camera got full, so I don't know where I stopped, but safe to say, so Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson is a really cute book. It's perfect for just some light reading, especially if you're trying to get back into reading and you just want something fun and quick and make you feel all warm and fuzzy. That would be a good book to go for. So those were my favourites for August of 2016. If you want to share with me your favourites in the comments, feel free to do so, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.